Listen, friend, there is a sentence that can change the way you move through a day. Find joy in the little things. Let those words settle like a soft promise beneath your ribs. They are not a demand for perfection or a rush toward achievement. They are an invitation to notice. When you allow yourself to be moved by the small, by ordinary light across your hands, the rhythm of your breath, the warmth of a mug, you open a door. You open it not to grand miracles, but to countless tiny ones, and together they become a life that feels steady, bright, and entirely yours. Hold that line with me as a quiet compass and let us step deeper into what it means to look for joy in the little things. There is weight in paying attention. Most of us float on autopilot, tasks checked, calendars full, hearts buffered by the next thing. But when you slow, you notice textures, the way light rests on a windowsill, the tiny laugh at the back of a friend's voice, the way a plant leans towards you like a small thank you. These moments are not trivial. They are the currency of resilience. Each one deposits a quiet wealth inside you, tender, real, and replenishing. When we pool those deposits, we craft an inner bank of joy that holds steady when storms arrive. So breathe in the small details. They are the scaffolding for strength, and stay with me as we move toward stories that show this truth. Find joy in the little things is also a communal whisper. We are invited to witness together. Think of the neighbor who waves from their porch, the stranger who returns your smile, the group chat message that bursts out in emojis and makes your chest soft. These are small stitches that bind us. Joy grows when it is shared, when your small wonder becomes ours. So let this be a call, not solitary but communal. Let us gather these tiny bright moments and keep them like wildflowers in a jar, a shared bouquet that reminds every one of us there is beauty within reach. Keep this thought as we move forward into stories that illuminate how small joys build lives. There is a particular miracle in ritual. A small cup of tea before the day begins, a moment of stillness where the world narrows to steam and warmth. Maria, who works 2 jobs and keeps a smile for strangers, told me once that her day begins when she cradles that mug. It is her reclaiming of peace between obligations. That little act, a breath, a sip, becomes an anchor. It teaches her patience, steadies her hands, and reminds her that even amid busyness, she is worthy of gentleness. When you give yourself such small rituals, you are not escaping life. You are learning to carry it with grace. Let that image sit with you as we turn to other small, vivid stories. Across town, a man named Julian plants sunflowers along a narrow fence. He told the passerby, "I plant for the ones who hurry so they notice color." His gesture is tiny but transformative. When someone stops to look, their breath changes. They find themselves a little lighter. Small acts ripple outward. Julian's flowers are a reminder that joy can be a deliberate gift, a simple offering that asks for nothing but gives everything. You too can scatter such seeds, a kind word, an offered umbrella, a shared psalm. Hold that thought while we watch how these small ripples gather into a stream. One evening, I found a handwritten note on my friend's door. "You matter. Have tea on me." It was a slip of paper that cost nothing but held everything. The neighbor who left it didn't solve any problems, but they opened a soft place in someone's day. Little gestures like that are luminous because they are human and imperfect. They remind us that consolation is not always grand. Often it is intimate and awkward and full of warmth. Cherish these small offerings. Learn to give them freely. As we step into the next rhythm, carry these stories as proof that small joys are serious and splendid. There is a quiet alchemy in small joys. They convert ordinary moments into steady fuel. Consider someone rebuilding after loss. Each tiny comfort becomes a brick in a new shelter of self. A warm sweater, a text from an old friend, a sunrise watched with no agenda. These are small fortifications. Over time, they assemble into a fortress of well-being that habit or circumstance cannot easily topple. Joy in the little things is not escapism. It is craftsmanship. It trains your heart to recognize goodness even when life is heavy. Keep this craft close as we reach the heart of our story. When you intentionally look for small joys, you begin to tilt toward life. You notice not because you are naive, but because you are brave. You are choosing presence over distraction. This tilt changes actions. You linger on phone calls. You water a plant on time. You call a friend just because. Presence widens your capacity to feel gratitude, and gratitude enlarges resilience. The tiniest choices compound, and before long, the inner landscape looks different, softer, more hospitable, more hopeful. Let this idea swell inside you as we move into the peak of understanding, where the little things become luminous anchors. Here is the transformation. When enough small comforts and moments of noticing collect, they create a gravity that pulls you toward joy. It is not instantaneous, it is cumulative. Like beads on a string, each small pleasure makes the next more visible and the next more possible. That gravity steadies you in anxiety, softens sorrow, and celebrates modest victories. This is the peak. Understanding that find joy in the little things becomes a guiding constellation rather than a fleeting suggestion. Carry this constellation with care as we prepare for a tender, decisive close. Now, practical tenderness. Find 2 tiny practices to anchor your day: a morning breath that you keep for yourself and a nighttime note, 3 small things that went well. These practices are not chores. They are invitations to train your noticing. Over time, they become habits that catch you when life is rough. You'll find that calm is not absent of trouble, but grown inside of it. Invite others into these practices. Share a list, swap a ritual, celebrate small wins together. Keep this rhythm with you as we draw toward a shared closing, where meaning meets action. Imagine a community where everyone learns to find joy in the little things. We become a network of beacons, reminding, reflecting, and returning light to one another. Your comment below could be the spark someone needs. Your shared story could be the map that shows another person how to look. In small ways, we teach courage, because noticing is an act of bravery. It requires vulnerability and the willingness to be touched by simple things. As we prepare to close, feel the collective pulse of countless small joys gathered and see how much stronger we can be together. Find joy in the little things. This line is both a promise and a practice. It teaches us to be present, to foster resilience, and to give and receive light within a community. When you choose to notice, you fortify your inner life and you offer someone else permission to do the same. So, begin now. Name one small thing that gave you a breath today, share it below, and carry it forward. Subscribe to walk with us, share this video to widen the circle, and leave your small story in the comments, because together we are building a life that honors the tiny, luminous moments. Find joy in the little things. Let that be the lesson you carry into every tomorrow and the invitation you extend to others.